These are the perfect and easiest types of products to scale to 10K per day. What's poppin' people? It's your boy the Beast of Ecom, and I am back with another video dropping nothing but you already know, value bombs. Over the years, I've tested hundreds and hundreds of products. A majority of those products have made no money whatsoever. However, a handful of them have made me multiple 6 and 7 figures. There's a certain specific type of product that if it matches this criteria, I test it out, no questions asked. So in this video, I'm going to give you this exact criteria so that you can go out and apply it to when you're doing your own product research and find those products that can potentially go on to do 10K per day. I'm also going to give you live examples of products which match this exact criteria so that you have a better understanding of the rules. Now, before I do that, if this is the first time ever watching one of my videos, then welcome. If you could do 2 small things for me. Firstly, make sure you drop a like on this video, helps out the channel and gives the algorithm some love. And second of all, drop your comments down below. Any questions that you do have, I will be going through and answering as many as I possibly can. Finally, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. I drop weekly videos showing you how you can make more money with your e-commerce and dropshipping stores using Facebook ads, TikTok ads, and all of that good stuff. So what makes the perfect product to dropship? Well, the first criteria is that it is already being sold or there's demand in the market for a similar product. When I first started dropshipping, I was trying to find those products which no one else was selling. The thought behind that was, if no one else is selling it, then I'll be the first to market and I'll absolutely crush it. This is the absolute wrong thinking, and you'll spend a ton of money trying to find that needle in the haystack that might pop. It's much harder to force a product into the market rather than to take something which is already working and that already has demand. So rather than spending hours and hours on AliExpress trying to find those unique, quirky products which no one else is selling, go and use spy tools which will give you all of the data of products which are already selling and in high demand. Once you find something which is already working, you don't want to copy it one for one, because you're then basically competing with the guy who is already established in the market. What you want to do is improve upon what's already selling. So for example, you can improve on the ad copy, you can improve on the actual video, you can improve upon the product description, the website, the thumbnail. There's so many different things that you can improve upon to try and outbeat the person who's already selling that product. Now, the second main criteria is that it solves a problem or is well, quirky, cool, and unique, but it also has a passionate audience to sell to. Now, this one is self-explanatory, and you will find tons of gurus on YouTube talking about either sell a problem-solving product or something which is well, quirky, cool, and unique. However, you want to make sure that if you do go down the route of a cool, quirky, unique product, that it has a passionate audience, which most people forget about. To give you an example of what I'm talking about, let's say phone cases. There's tons of different unique phone cases that are out there that you can sell. I've seen LED phone cases. I've also seen those privacy phone cases, which are crushing it, but there's not really a passionate audience behind them. It's not to say that the product don't work. It's just that you would probably get better results if you sell a product which has a passionate audience to sell to. So you may be thinking, great, what is a passionate audience? Who is a passionate audience? What on earth are you talking about? Passionate audience could be hobbyists, pet owners, or parents, people who are very passionate about their kids and children. Back to the phone case example, if we're selling an indestructible phone case, we now have an angle to sell to people who potentially like extreme sports, or alternatively hobbyists who enjoy, deep sea diving or something along those lines. The third criteria is that it's financially fit to make you some money. There are many products out there that I've came across while doing my product research, and when I dig a little bit deeper, the product itself isn't financially fit to sell. You may see these ads pop up, and most of the time these ads are actually from Chinese suppliers or manufacturers themselves, hence why they can afford to sell the product so low. In the current climate, in my opinion, you need to have at least a 65 to 75% plus gross margin profit on the product. Now, for those who don't understand gross profit, it's essentially the cost of what you're selling a product for minus your cost of goods. So for example, if you are selling a product at $20 and you can get the product for $5, then your gross margin is going to be 15. The reason why those numbers are so important is if you're selling a product at 75% gross profit, then you're typically going to expect to spend anything between 40 and 50% straight out of the bat to acquire a customer on your advertising costs, like Facebook, TikTok, or whatever it may be. Your other costs of that sale are going to be your processing fees, which can be anything from 1 to 3%, depending on which sort of providers that you may be using. So that's going to leave you with a net of around about anything from 20 to 25 is what you trying to want to be shooting for if you're selling a product. If you don't want to work out this all of the time, then a good rule of thumb is making sure that you can at least 3 or 4x in the cost of goods. So if, for example, if you're selling a product for $10, make sure you're selling it for at least $30 to $40. I've got 2 criteria left, and then I'm going to give you some live examples of products that all pretty much fit this exact criteria. And like I've mentioned, if a product out there fits this criteria, I will test it out, no questions asked, providing that the quality is good. The 4th criteria is making sure that it is easy to ship. If you've been drop shipping, or if you're in any part of the e-commerce game, you know that there are shipping problems in terms of stuff getting to the ports, and also the prices are rising pretty much every single year. If you are drop shipping, then you're most of the time probably shipping from China, which means it's got to travel through multiple couriers and a long distance to actually get to the person who you are selling it to. If you're selling a product which is fragile or has many small moving parts which could get damaged in transportation, what you're going to end up with is many unhappy customers because the product has arrived broken. So when I say easy to ship, I try to avoid high ticket electrical products, because if they have batteries in them and those kind of things, then again that can be an issue to actually clear through customs as well, which can cause some issues in terms of delays and those kind of things. I also tend to avoid selling liquid products as well, because there's not that many fast shipping lanes using liquid products, which can cause issues with customs and also delays as well to your customers. The 5th and final criteria is that it has one single SKU, or it has very few variants. When you're selling and testing a product, it's always good to try and find products which have just one single SKU, so it's just one product, or alternatively it has very few amounts of variants. Because if you are testing a product and the manufacturer has, let's take for example clothing. Now I know many guys who are crushing it in the clothing game. They are absolutely crushing it with clothing. However, if you're testing a product then with clothing and it's got many different variances, different SKUs, different sizes, all those kind of things, when it comes to scaling, it becomes very difficult, especially if you're using an agent, to then have all of those stock on hand. Another thing I don't like about selling clothing is, of course, the sizing options can cause a little bit of an issue, especially if you're using Chinese sizes to US to Europe. They can all differ, and like a Chinese extra large is like a US extra small. Well, it's not that bad, but you get what I mean. If you just have one single SKU or very few variants, then handling stock is not much of an issue. You can just focus on getting stock for that product and moving it to the customer in a simple and seamless way without having to deal with too much stock management on your agent's behalf. So now that you have this exact criteria, let me show you products that all fit this exact system. Now, I'm not telling you to sell any of these products. This is just more of a case of an example of these types of products that fall into this exact same criteria that I'm talking about. So if you've been running ads online, you would have saw this product and they're absolutely crushing it and been crushing it on all platforms. There are tons and tons of copycats popping up trying to sell this exact same product or variations. So I wouldn't recommend that, again, you go in and sell this product. It's just not going to be worth your time, right? But essentially what the product does is it solves a problem. It allows women to, or men, let's not be sexist here, to easily remove hair and gets rid of strawberry legs, which I didn't even know was a thing until I saw these ads, right? But it fits the criteria. It solves a problem. It's small, okay, easy to ship. They only have one variant, you can see, which is just this purple version with their branded logo on it, okay? I'm assuming they're probably working off a 65 to 75% margins on it, and it's small and it's easy to ship. It doesn't have any moving parts. I don't think they drop ship because they're an actual brand, but you can see exactly what I mean. It fits into that criteria. So onto another example. This advert has had 30,000 likes on it, 11,000 comments on it, and 11,000 shares on it. Essentially, it's a product which solves a problem. So when cats start vomiting, it's because they're eating off the floor, and this bowl essentially aligns their neck so that they can eat in a much more easier fashion without them being sick. Okay, solves a problem. Passionate audience as well. We all know that pet owners are very passionate about their pets, their cats and their dogs. Okay, as well. It's not likely to break as well. You know, it's very lightweight. This product will be very lightweight and easy to ship. It's not electrical, it's not liquid, and will be easy to ship as well. You can see that, you know, we can get this product on AliExpress. And again, I don't recommend to you to sell any of these products. I'm just giving you examples. You can see that this is selling for around about $12 or $11-ish for this product. And these guys, this is an amazing website, by the way. It looks like it's designed by some sort of CRO agency, I would guess. But you can see here that essentially they are selling this product for $40 for that double bowl. They've got a single option and they've got another option as well. So very few variants as well. You know, this is exactly the same. It's just a different color bowl. Okay. And again, like I mentioned, this is a fantastic looking website, but it's another example of a product that fits into that criteria. So here is another example, and this is another brand. However, these guys are in the beauty niche. They've got 200 ads running, and this is more of a high ticket product. Now, this one here is a little bit on the, you know, the margin, because it's a kind of like it's an electrical product, but it doesn't have that many moving parts. And essentially it's just a face wand, and everyone knows that this is a market which has a massive demand for people wanting to get rid of wrinkles, or, you know, get smoother skin, red light therapy and those kind of things. So it's a massive market, and we know that there's been many different products out there selling the same kind of thing, but don't look as slick and as small and as compact as this product itself. So it has that wow factor as well. If we have a look at their actual website, you can see that they only pretty much have one SKU. And again, these guys aren't drop shipping, they're an actual brand. So they are selling a liquid as a bit of a bundle. But you can see that this product here as well, they've only got 3 different colors of it, you know. And that's what I mean by, if you aren't selling something which is a single SKU, then look for something which has minimal amount of SKUs, because it's going to help with stock management as well. Now, if we have a look at how much we can get a sort of similar product like this, again, I'm not sure if this is patented or anything like that. And again, like I mentioned, I'm not suggesting you sell any of these, but you can see here that we can get it for around about $24 for something similar. And these guys are selling it for £124, which is probably around about $150. So massive markup and margin on the actual product itself. Now, this is a different product. So this one doesn't solve a problem, but it's cool, quirky, wow, and unique. And in terms of the angle with this one, you could go down the route of family members, not so much playing with, you know, a drink of some sort, but you could, you know, mix it up and come with an angle that way. Or alternatively, you could do with college and university people who like to play, you know, beer pong and those kind of things as a simple game. You know, it's one simple product. It's lightweight and it doesn't have any different SKUs. It's just, you know, fairly easy to pack and ship, and I wouldn't assume that this weighs that much either. And if we have a look, also, by the way, it's in demand. We can see here that look how many likes this thing has, how many comments it has, and how many shares it actually has. And it's a kind of an old product anyway. I've seen this one been running for a long period of time. And if we have a look on AliExpress, again, we can get something like this in different sizes for not that much. We can get it for $9. Again, if you want to go for the bigger route, the one that's a little bit bigger, then again, it's going to cost you $15. But providing that you could actually sell this for a, you know, 3x and 4x it, then you can go for it and just make the numbers work that way. So this is the final product, and you can see here that this is a neck recliner, and it's kind of like a variation of the back stretcher that a lot of you guys may have seen on TikTok. And you know, it solves a problem. A lot of people have issues with their neck when working at desks and those kind of things. It's in demand. You can see how much you know, it's been selling for, and it's just one SKU. It's one single SKU, one single product. It doesn't have any moving parts. It's not electrical and those kind of things. And if you have a look on AliExpress, you know, we can get something like this for £11. This is being shipped to the UK though, and they're selling it for around £40 for this unpadded version. And if they want the padded version, it's going to cost you an extra £2 or so. So you can see that they're marking it up for quite some bit, but as you can see, it fits the exact same criteria that I've mentioned throughout all of this video. So hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, make sure of course you drop a like on the video, drop some comments down below, and smash that subscribe button so that you stay up to date with all of my latest content. If you want to learn more from me personally, then check out the link to my private mastermind Discord down below. We talk about nothing but e-commerce with other 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs. Since you've watched all the way to the end of this video, if you want a copy of my free dropshipping ebook, again, the link for that will be down below, 100% no cost whatsoever. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter and we can try and connect on there. But that is it for this video. Take care and I will see you in the next one.